Hey everybody, Gears here, and what to do with the rear quarter window. My idea was that if I could take this shape, I could make a casting of it in fiberglass, install a motion sensor, install infrared lights, install whatever I wanted into this panel, external speaker. I could put an array of instruments right there and it would be perfect. But I was trying to figure out how it was attached, and there are thoughts that maybe there's a bolt going through that holds this piece right here in place, and you can access it from behind. The research I've been able to do, it shows that people just shove a little shimmy under here and go for it. The weather stripping is destroyed in the process. This is relatively unique weather stripping because it's molded to fit the hatch here. And setting this depth and all that, that's something you want to maintain. So, yeah, that's one strike against replacing it or taking it out unless I have to because someone comes along and smashes it. Number two, even though it's functionally pretty much useless, there's just no vision the way the seats are set up. I can barely, there's nothing to see out of either of them really. I could technically inside stack whatever I want, blocking them. I could put curtains in the way if I wanted to, but it turns out a technicality is that if I completely wipe the window out and cover it over from the outside, let's say I put sheet metal here instead, that's illegal, potentially. I imagine it depends on your state, it depends on the mood of the officer pulling you over, and all sorts of other factors. However, not having a rear window could be a technical violation, and that's not something I want to deal with. So there's two strikes against doing it. Yeah. And the third strike of just destroying all of that shape there. I could try casting it first, but again, if it's going to be illegal essentially to do it, then there's no point. In which case, going forward, I would be setting any motion sensors, infrared lights, and so on behind the window as close as possible. And I suppose they'll be somewhat obscured by the darkened glass. However, I don't know that they'll be quite as effective with that barrier in the way. So that'll be up for tests, I guess, when I get to that point of the car build. Right now, I'm still working at the painting phase. And I have to go over the entire car and make sure that none of these harsh lines are as harsh as they look. Like that, I can feel it, which means it'll show up in the final paint, so it's got to get sanded down. There's not too many places like that, it's just little specific ones here and there. That entire line probably, but that fades out here. And definitely some of this, I'm sure. So that's it. The major talking point here is that glass. It's staying. I'm going to have to mask around it, and I had really hoped to get a clean paint on this area right here. However, masking tape it is, unfortunately, for this one spot. So that's a little bummer. Oh, and since we're here, I'm going to plug that up. Thanks for watching. See ya.